Hey everybody, and welcome to Tales from the Clinic. This is a new podcast hosted by Dr. Molly O'Banion and myself, Ashley, just a regular gal. The premise of this podcast is all things pets and veterinary medicine. Dr. Molly is here to do that part. I am here to make sure she's using words us regular people can understand. Each episode we will dive into different aspects of veterinary medicine, interesting cases seen at the clinic, and just general advice on pet ownership in hopes of educating and giving a glimpse into our world. So, let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Tales from the Clinic. This is Ashley coming at you with a coffee in her hand because I'm always tired. Molly's over here.
Also coffee in hand.
Also coffee in hand. We're both always very tired.
I did take a shower this morning, so it helped me wake up.
Ooh, you're so fresh and so hip.
So fresh, so clean, fresh and so clean.
So today we decided it's a little bit early. I think we technically start hurricane season in Houston in June, if I remember correctly, but things don't really take off in this part of the country until August, September. Take off, I don't know. Things don't get criz around here until about August or September. So we wanted to get you some information so that we are prepared. I'm not a weatherman. Some sources say it's going to be an active season. Some sources say it's not going to be an active season. So we'll see what happens. And it's best to just assume the worst, but hope for the best.
But even if you don't live on the coast and you're not in hurricane land, there have been a ton of tornadoes recently.
Oh, that's true.
Ton in places that don't usually have that many of them, I feel like Tennessee.
Yeah.
I never hear about Tennessee. And even along the coastline, the western coastline, haven't there been a ton of earthquakes?
Yeah, and then the ongoing fires.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not just hurricanes, it's natural disasters of any and all sort. I guess it could be unnatural disasters too, like just the rolling blackouts and stuff that's been happening.
Or mother-in-law coming to town.
Oh, yes.
So we're going to teach you
For
how
the
to
record,
pack your bags
I don't
fast.
hate my mother-in-law. But I have seen the movie Monster-in-Law with J-Lo, and I understand.
Yeah, so I guess we're going to jump into it. Where to start? A few days ahead, timeline-wise. So I guess, first off, it's always a great idea to have a copy of your pet's records, right? It's not always easy to keep those up to date, especially if you're going constantly, but if you can at least have access to your pet's vaccination records at minimum, that way, no matter what ends up happening, you pack them in a go bag, you have them with you in case you need to board, in case you have to go out of town and board, in case you have to go out of town and go to a different vet. That's always going to be one of the things they ask for. And if you're especially for any kind of natural disaster, just assume that your normal vet in that area probably doesn't have power if you don't have power as well and won't be able to send those. And so that's why we really encourage people to have a copy of their vaccine records, or like we have an app for the Northwest Animal Hospital location that lets you view your status of your vaccines constantly. So always having that available is a good one.
Well, and this also brings into play keeping your pets up to date. You never know when something's going to happen and when you're going to have, what if it's not a natural disaster, but what if you have a family emergency that you have to up and leave and your pets haven't had their rabies vaccine, and then you're the ones that are calling us and are saying, I need an emergency rabies vaccine right now because I have to go to Florida for grandma's funeral. We will take pets in on last minute for that kind of thing, but not all veterinary clinics have the capability of doing so, and then you are scrambling, which is not helpful in a stressful situation.
And we're not, obviously, be good parents, but I will also be the first to admit that I think I haven't gotten my cat's vaccines updated in
Shame.
3 or 4 years.
Shame.
I know.
Shame.
I'm
but also,
sorry.
if something were to happen to you, you would just bring them over to the clinic.
Yeah, that's true. But I should also probably be a better cat mom.
Yes.
Well, there you have it, folks. Regular Ashley is bad at doing the job she works at.
Into the public.
Okay, so outside of records, what next? Go bag?
No, let's talk about an exit plan.
An exit plan, all the way back. Got it.
When you were in elementary school and grade school in general, you know how they had the tornado drills where you had to get under your desk and put your head under your arms?
No.
You'll never.
Oh, no, we packed up in the giant bathrooms.
Yeah. So, the fake alarm goes off and everybody freaks out because nobody actually knew it was going to happen. Mm-hmm. And then everybody was expected to do whatever we had been trained to do. Bathroom, under desk, etc. You need to do one of those at your house. And you can make it fun. It's probably not going to end up being fun, especially if you have a lot of children and pets like me. But I think an exit plan needs to be put in place. How are we going to catch the animals? Where are they going to go? Do you have enough kennels for your cats?
Yes.
That's good. Most people don't. If you have large animals, do you have a trailer or one that you can access quickly? Do you have a place for your large animals to go? Most people don't. Do you have a dog boarding facility that you frequent or a family's house that can also house all of your animals and your children and your husband? I mean, these are all things to think about that people don't because it's not fun to think about, but it can be real life.
My parents live in Austin, and they had a freeze and gave a lending hand to a friend and her son. Mm-hmm. And it was you kind of expect stay with us for 3 or 4 days. I think it ended up being 2 to 3 weeks. And if there was animals with that I think they might have had a cat, if I remember correctly, or the kid really liked my parents' cats, one of those. But if they had, multiple dogs in tow.
Right. What if it was me and I had my 4 children, my snake, my outdoor cat, my 4 dogs, my 6 horses, and my cow?
You're not allowed at my parents' house.
Realistically, that's chaos.
Yeah.
And how do I expect somebody to take us all in? How many heads is that? Are that? I don't know. 1, 2, 3,
drink some coffee.
10, 11, 12, 19 beings. And that does not include the outdoor barn cats. So that could be 21 beings.
Oh my gosh.
What about the ducks?
Those ducks just got there too. They're so cute.
There's like 10 of those. So 31 beings walking into your parents' house. We're just going to keep the horses in the backyard.
Your horses wouldn't like my parents' house.
I don't think that I could actually get them. I don't have enough trailers to put everybody in and a big enough vehicle to house everybody.
Yeah.
So that's another layer of depth. Where am I going? Can I make more than one trip? Because if you have a natural disaster coming, do you remember when people were stuck on I-45 for like 4 days and people were dying of dehydration? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So then we get into not only your exit plan, but know where you're going. Are you going to a hotel that allows pets? Are you going to friends and family's house? Are you going to a boarding facility? Have you been to this boarding facility before? Because some of them may not just take you if you knock on the door.
Yeah.
Does your veterinary hospital have boarding capabilities? Has your pet ever boarded before? Because that adds a layer of stress to the animal. On top of the stress of being uprooted in probably a hasty environment, which is going to freak them out because they don't understand what's happening. It's a lot to think about that most of y'all probably have never considered.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't live in a location has hurricane season every year.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about a go bag? Do y'all have a go bag for like you? We do. I think we have 3.
I pack one, and then when I purge my house every few months, I unpack it to declutter, and then a few months later I say, I'm not very good at surviving. I mean, I am. If you ask me to walk, I can walk. I can walk for days. I proved that to myself. Can I walk with 30 pounds on my pack? No. There are witnesses. I am not good at that. But if I can walk freely...
You gave up and took a bus.
Excuse me. I gave up and took a bus multiple days. Because my knees hurt.
Do you know what my husband told me this morning? Which this is nothing to do with walking for days. But he told me that we have been married for over 2 years now and he's never seen me run.
I saw her run once. And then I tripped her.
I just looked at him and I said, that's probably for the better.
Wait, have you not run since Lake Charles?
I don't know. And then Gunnar, my stepson, was like, I've seen Mom run. And Garrett was like, when?
These are fascinating conversations at your house.
I know, I just can't. But if we were getting away from a natural disaster, I feel like I could. But I also would be holding 60 pounds of child on top of, oh man.
Ugh.
This is scary.
At least one of them sits still, currently still.
But because my husband is ex-military, we have multiple go bags. Not that they actually house everything that we would need, but at least it's the start.
Yeah, well, and it's like, it's the little things that you're not going to think of last minute that are good to just...
We have glow sticks.
Well, you have 4 children in your house. Of course you have glow sticks. I don't have glow sticks because there's 2 adults. Maybe adult children and 2 cats. I have catnip in my house.
I might have catnip in my house.
For what? You don't even like cats in your house.
Outside cats.
Oh, that's fair, I guess.
Oh, yes. Well, I used to have an inside cat.
Wait, so to actually apply this conversation to the podcast today, bringing catnip as a comforter?
No.
No.
Overexcited.
Yeah, mine I think that they're going to the rave party every time I give it to them. I don't know.
It's more of a toy, and we're not packing toys. I mean, unless there's like a specific animal, like my mom's long-haired Chihuahua is in love with a stuffed lion. The lion may have to come.
I getcha.
You know?
What about Feel Away?
Sure. Yeah. Feel Away, like sprays and plugins and stuff. That's a pheromone that decreases anxiety. Absolutely.
Specifically in cats.
Specifically in cats, right. They have adaptal collars that do the same type of thing for dogs, that are like collars that go around their neck.
Okay.
They have them for cats too, I think.
Nice.
But that might be something to look into. As well as if you have a thunder jacket, if you have trazodone or other anxiety meds, those, like, you need to have some that live in the go bag.
Yeah.
If your pet has any regular medications, like Dater has thyroid pills, those need to go in the go bag. You know, if you take regular medications, you're going to put them in your go bag. Think about the furry friends, too.
Yeah.
Puppy pads. If you're going to be stuck in a car on I-45 for 4 days, do you want them going potty in your vehicle?
No.
Preferably not. So puppy pads so that you can keep your hygiene, fresh water, enough food. You just said that those people thought they were going to be at your parents' house for 3 days and they ended up being there for 2 or 3 weeks. Did they only pack 3 days of food for their cat?
Right.
And you never really know how long you're going to be stuck.
Yeah.
What if a tornado comes and destroys your house?
Yeah. And especially if your dog or cat is on a special kind of food, like a hydrolyzed protein diet, to where, like...
Yeah, you literally make sure you have enough.
Yeah, you literally can't go to the grocery store. You'll whack up their stomach all over.
Right. And you have to have a prescription to get that food. And what if your vet hospital was also affected and can't open to write you a script? Like, during hurricane season, you need to have an extra bag of food on the ready, or at least a script that lasts for, a long time.
Yeah.
Something. These are the things you need to think about. And every family is different, and so you have to think about what's special in your family and how you would adapt to these issues.
Yeah.
What else? I think we mainly got it. Exit plan. How are you going to fit all the things in the space that you need to drive or run or go? Do you have everything that they need? Do you have somewhere to go that will welcome you with open arms for as long as you need to be there?
What about, so you mentioned trazodone, we talked about Feel Away. Are there other options that owners might discuss with their doctors for sedative options? Yeah,
I mean, they have, like, true sedatives. Dogs can take Xanax. It's a pain in the booty to get a hold of because it's a scheduled drug. So your doctor has to have a DEA license and, like, all of that. But if you want some Xanax to keep just in case for your pet, that might be a good idea. If your pet has never tried Prozac may also be a good idea. But Prozac takes a little bit of time to build up. Like, it takes about 2 to 4 weeks to build up in the system. So depending on the situation, that may not be realistic.
I've had a few owners ask me if they could just do Benadryl.
Yeah, I mean, Benadryl helps. It's not...
Does it knock them out the way it knocks me out?
It depends on the individual.
Okay.
Depends on the individual. And maybe now is a good time for everybody to go home and give their dog a dose of Benadryl and see what happens. So that you know how it affects your pet,
Yeah, I have to give my cats GABA. Nothing else will touch them.
Yeah, same with melatonin. Some of them, it knocks them out, and you can get that over the counter, versus some of them it doesn't touch.
Yeah.
Melatonin dose is about 3 milligrams per dog.
Okay.
If you have like a giant dog, you can do 5 to 10.
Okay.
Benadryl, I think we've done this before, but it's 1 milligram per pound.
Yeah.
So if you have a 25-pound dog, it's a 25 milligram tablet. If you have a 50-pound dog, it's 2 25 milligram tablets. And you can give both of those every 8 hours if you need to.
And then, of course, legally, we can't speak on the subject exactly, but what about CBD? Do you know if it works well in that stressful of a situation, or is that more of a like already calm environment, keeping it calm?
Well,
or also, again, depends on the
it depends on the animal, but so if we're going to talk about CBD, technically our licensing boards don't want us to talk about it too much yet because it's still kind of up in the air with federal regulations. But there are people that are starting to research into it to see how we could use it once those federal regulations clear. And so they've been doing a lot of tests as far as dementia in pet or cognitive dysfunction, osteoarthritis, anxiety, all these different things to see how it's going to help us and what potential side effects we can be expecting once it hits our radar in our market. And this is specifically in Texas. I don't know about other states. The research so far shows that it's not as helpful in arthritis as we thought it would be.
Okay.
It is more beneficial in our cognitive dysfunction and our anxiety world, and it does seem to take effect immediately.
Okay.
It doesn't have to build up in the system. There are a ton of products out there. If there's a product that's veterinary specific, theoretically it should be safe, but
you can't speak to it right now.
Right. Yeah. If there's a product that's not veterinary specific, like your Delta 8s that you can buy at smoke shops, the THC is toxic to them. It can kill them. So I would very much recommend you stay away from any of those.
Yeah.
If you're going to try it, use a veterinary product. Make sure it doesn't have THC, but I am not really allowed to know yet what to expect from it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's really just like, it's so much gray area. We figured people would have a question on it. Here is our answer. But short answer, it's such a gray area. Try all the other options first. Yeah.
I do have quite a few clients that have started it in hopes that it will make differences, especially for their like senior pets. Mm-hmm. And I will say some of them think it works for arthritis, but that may be placebo effect.
Yeah.
Most of them do say it helps with anxiety, like separation and thunderstorms and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's the feedback I've been getting from the clients that have started it on their own.
Gotcha. Okay. What else?
I think that's it. If we forgot something, which is very possible.
Yeah.
Coffee is not done yet.
And these are big subjects.
Big subject. And everything is specific to your family. Like I said, your family is very different than my family right now. Mm-hmm. And my family would be way more complicated on this topic than your family would be. You would just throw the cats in boxes and stick Brian in the front seat.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, done.
Me, man.
So I'll see you later then.
Yeah, you go ahead. Go ahead. I'll be somewhere.
A few hours behind.
Oh my gosh. So if you have questions as to how to make your family work in these scenarios, reach out to us and we can help you brainstorm. We probably have more experience in all of this than most of y'all do, which probably not a good thing. Probably not a good thing to advertise.
I feel like we're all in it together at this point.
Yeah, I guess.
2025, baby!
But please reach out to us at drmollydvm@gmail.com or make a comment on this post or find us on our Instagram page. There's multiple ways to communicate, and we will help you come up with solutions and or discuss other things that you may have questions about.
Aw, yeah. Catch you later.
Make good incisions.
Thank you for joining us on Tales from the Clinic. Again, we are your hosts, Dr. Molly and regular Ashley. For more insider scoops into the vet med life and pet ownership, hit that subscribe button for updates on new episodes, and of course, share our channel to spread the word. Check the podcast notes below to see how you can get in contact with us. You can find all of Dr. Molly's affordable pet healthcare clinics on social media as well. Thanks again, and talk soon.